Has anyone ever been on a plane, heard a pilot key up, and say something like this? We've been cleared to land. We're number 3 for departure, or we've reached our final altitude. Well, the person on the other end of that conversation is known as an air traffic controller. Hello, my name is Andre Warren, and today we'll be discussing my job in the Air Force. We're going to discuss the primary purpose of air traffic control, components to air traffic control, as well as some of the challenges that they face. So let's get right into what air traffic control is. The FAA, or Federal Aviation Administration, states that the air traffic control system is set up to prevent collisions, to organize and control the flow of all air traffic within the system, as well as provide support to national security and other law enforcement agencies. Air traffic controllers have 2 primary priorities: duty priority and operational priority. The duty priority is the separation of aircraft and the issuing of safety alerts. If there's a case where an air traffic controller is stationed in a foreign country, they may have to apply 2 sets of law: the law we use here in the States and the law governing that foreign country. Operational priority is a first-come, first-served basis. This simply means that the pilot or the aircraft that calls up first will be responded to first. They are responded to in whatever order they call up. Now that you know the basic primary purpose of air traffic control in this system, let's move on into some of the components of air traffic. There are 2 main sources to air traffic control: radar and tower. Radar, meaning radio detection and ranging, uses a readout of range, azimuth, and elevation to retrieve information to provide service and separation to the aircraft. Tower is a terminal facility using ground-to-air frequency and visual separation to provide service to aircraft within the vicinity of the airport. Radar airspace is much larger, usually ranging from 60 to 200 miles. Because of that, there are many more controllers, certified controllers required, anywhere from 15 to 20. Tower, using a 3 to 7 mile radius of airspace, only needs and operates usually with 3 to 5 controllers. Other functions of air traffic control are FSS, or flight service stations, as well as mobile tower units. Now that you know some of the components to air traffic control, let's discuss some of the daily challenges they face. Air traffic control is a very high-paced job. It requires a great deal of focus, quick thinking, stress awareness, and high level of what we call SA, situational awareness. Because of the wide airspace that a radar controller may deal with, the amount of aircraft can vary, anywhere from 10, 15 to 20. That controller has to keep those aircraft in sequence, in order, and provide them the service appropriately. Tower, using a much smaller condensed airspace, 3 to 5 miles, has to speak quickly, think quickly, and be creative with their control instructions. We just discussed some of the challenges that air traffic faces. Now let's look back at what we learned today. We went over the primary purpose to an air traffic controller and an air traffic control system. We also discussed the 2 main components, being radar and tower, and some other additional components. And then we went over the daily challenges. Air traffic control is mentally and physically, emotionally trying. It's tasking. It takes focus, it takes knowledge, and the ability to think ahead. Now that you have a better understanding of what air traffic control is, I hope that you have a better appreciation that when you arrive safely in your next flight at your next location, you understand that air traffic control had a lot to do with it. Thank you.